Hey guys, hoping all is well with everyone. So in this video we are going to be continuing with our category introductions of the wildlife fact files, and this with category 4 introduction where you're going to dive into the depths, learning a little bit more about fish. So the introductory card for this category is going to be the clownfish, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the introductions so far, but without further ado, let's dive into the depths of the clownfish. So the order is the Passeriformes, family is Prosamentridae, and the genus and species is Amphiprion. The brilliantly colored clownfish gets its name from its distinctive black and white markings. Clownfish belong to a group of small, brightly colored fish called damselfish. These inshore reef dwellers have developed a curious and potentially deadly relationship with the sea anemone. Did you know? The most common anemone to act as a host to the clownfish is the large Stoechactis species. If the slimy mucus covering is wiped off of a clownfish before it returns to its host anemone, it will be stung or even killed by the anemone's tentacles. Special adaptations. It was once believed that the clownfish had a natural immunity to anemone's stings. However, studies have shown that this immunity must be developed. The initial sting of an anemone causes the clownfish to secrete a slimy mucus, which covers its body and immunizes it against future contact with the poison from the anemone's tentacles. This covering protects the clownfish from its host anemone species, but it can still be stung and killed by another species of anemone against which it has not developed an immunity. Food and feeding. The clownfish has a symbiotic or mutually beneficial relationship with the sea anemone. It catches most of its food by cooperating with the host anemone. The clownfish will leave the safety of the anemone's tentacles and swim out along a nearby reef. Its brilliant colors attract larger fish, who, allured by the hope of a meal, follow it back to the anemone and are stung by its tentacles. The anemone then consumes the fish, and the clownfish feeds on the remains. In addition to other fish, the clownfish also feeds on planktonic crustaceans and algae that live and grow on the reef. The clownfish also eats away debris and nibbles off the dead tentacles of its host anemone. Breeding. Clownfish lay their eggs in the batches of their clear coral or rock adjacent to the anemone, or the base of the anemone's tentacles. The male guards the eggs until they hatch 4 to 5 days later. In some species of clownfish, the male cares for the young until they reach sexual maturity, at which they leave to find their own host anemone. Clownfish and man. Far too small to be hunted by man for food, clownfish have lived undisturbed in the coral reefs for thousands of years, but more recently they have become extremely popular as saltwater aquarium fish. The brightly colored species command a high price in Europe and the United States. Collectors, realizing the demand, have destroyed many reefs in search of prime specimens, often damaging or killing the host anemones in the process. Fortunately, many local governments have imposed restrictions on the number of clownfish that can be taken from their habitats and the means by which they can be taken. And, because the clownfish are a big attraction with snorkelers and scuba divers, the tourist industry has an interest in protecting them and ensuring that they can be allowed to live and breed safely on the reef. So here's a couple of pictures. This first one is going to be in the corner. On the left, it says that the Red Sea species, A. basinicus, is a bright yellow-orange with 2 white bars, one behind the eye and the other across the middle. So that's this picture right here showing this species of clownfish. And then the most clownfish spawn on coral near their host anemone or within the anemone itself. So that's this picture right here. Oops. And then the blackish yellow 2-banded variety of clownfish, A. echinidose, swims among the sea anemones, feeding on planktonic crustaceans and algae. this species of clownfish right here. Alright. Key facts. Sizes. Length, 2 to 5 inches depending on the species. Breeding. The spawning season is year-round in tropical waters. Eggs, laid in large batches. Hatching time of 4 to 5 days. Lifestyle. Habit, usually live in pairs within an anemone. Diet, leftovers from fish consumed by an anemone and algae. Lifespan, 3 to 5 years in human care. Related species. Clownfish belong to the group of fish known as damselfish. They include the common A. percula, the two-banded A. acinidos, the black A. melanopus, the black-banded A. aphippus, the white-maned A. perideraean, and the red sea variety A. basinctus. Sorry, I'm not the best with scientific names. I try my best. Distribution. Species are found in the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, and the tropical Pacific Ocean. A. percula is particularly common on Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Conservation. Having come under threat from the aquarium trade, many governments are restricting the removal of the fish from their natural environments. Clownfish and the sea anemone. The clownfish and the sea anemone have a symbiotic or mutual beneficial relationship. The clownfish attracts predators to the anemone in which it lives. The predator fish in turn become prey to the anemone. The clownfish also chases away certain fish that are harmful to the anemone, such as the butterfly fish. This fish preys on the anemone, biting off the ends of its tentacles. And so here's a little bit pictures of so the dark blue is their distribution. And then there's a little bit more about the symbiotic relationships of clownfish and the anemone. And that is the clownfish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if there's any requests that you guys have for certain animals, please don't hesitate to reach out with those requests and let me know. And I can see if I have those fact cards. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please take good care of yourselves and be safe. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video introducing the next category. Thank you so much for watching.